Joining us now is the director of the National Institute of Health, Dr. Bhattacharya, who we saw you there, doctor. You're in the Oval Office with the president yesterday. Very, very happy that you're with us here. I want to open up the floor to you. Tell us about this incredible initiative.
Well, it's such an important thing that President Trump has done. There was an initiative that he launched in 2019 called the Cancer Clinical Data Initiative, and we've collected a lot of information about patients with cancers, like kids with cancers, and you know, it's some of them are so rare that very few patients have them, and it's just a vast treasure trove of data. This new initiative, we're going to double our investments in analyzing these data with state-of-the-art AI technologies, so that we can actually learn from them and then get better results for patients. Like, your patient comes in, we find the molecular signature of their cancer, and we find similar patients, all anonymized, of course, see what they got, how they got better, and then change how we treat the patient so that we learn that lesson. It's just a great thing. It was a feel-good moment. The president, I think he's done a really, really good thing.
Doc, I also read that this is going to be about sharing information with other healthcare providers, being able to communicate quicker, faster, any kind of new breakthroughs, treatments.
Yeah, so this is one of the problems with it. Takes often, like in science, you publish a paper, it takes months and months and years. This will really speed up the way that that providers and people who care for cancer patients, kids with cancer, communicate with each other. It'll just turbocharge our efforts on childhood cancer. It's one of those things where you wonder why other presidents didn't do this. President Trump did this in 2019. Now we have new technologies like AI, and he's following up with an investment to make sure that we take advantage of all the data information we've collected and do excellent gold standard science, so that those kids with cancer, they'll have a better outcome than the kids that you saw in the Oval Office. And of course, they're doing great.
Doctor, you mentioned why haven't other presidents done this? We know that President Biden had something he called the cancer moonshot, which never materialized to be much of anything. And then we also hear so much criticism against President Trump for all of the things that people are claiming he's doing, cutting research, cutting different types of science initiatives. What do you have to say to them?
I think it's ridiculous. The idea that President Trump is anti-science, you saw right there. He's very pro-science. The thing he's asked me to do is make sure that the science we do actually advances human health. Get rid of politics, remove DEI. We cut basically huge chunks of DEI out of our portfolio because it doesn't advance anybody's health. We're still investing in minority health. We're still investing in, obviously cure for cancer for kids. We're investing in real science that translates over to better health. That's what President Trump asked me to do. That's what we're doing. He is pro-science, and the idea that he isn't is just it's ridiculous slander. Politics is funny, but having him characterized that way it just seems so wrong.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, Doctor, just to reiterate what you said. You're working with him behind the scenes, so you know the conversations you're having with them, and so I'm sure to you, as you're pointing out, it's ridiculous because you know what the truth is. So interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us.
The truth is that he cares deeply about the biomedical sciences in this country. He cares deeply about people, and he wants to make sure that the biomedical investments that we make, vast amounts of money, actually translate to better health for people. And that's the mission of the National Institute of Health. That is to do research that improves our life expectancy and improves our health. The Americans have not seen an increase in life expectancy in over a decade. It's long past time that the real advances in biomedicine that we have, the real advances in science, the talent that we have in this country for science, works for the American people. And that's exactly what President Trump asked me to do at the NIH, and that's what he's committed to doing.
Real quick, Doc, 20 seconds. Cost effective, cost efficient. I think that's part of this as well.
Absolutely. We have to reduce the cost of care for so much of this. This is why he's so focused. President Trump is so focused on lowering drug prices. If you just have an advance that doesn't translate, you can't afford it, what good does it do anybody?
All right. Dr. Bhattacharya, the director of the National Institute of Health, thanks so much for joining us on American Agenda. We hope you come back.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.